Motronics.
So here we have the 2021 Ford Edge. In this case, it is the Edge ST. And as you can probably tell, it is nighttime, pitch black. And well, that's for a reason, because what we'd like to do here in this video is to show you how the Edge looks like in the dark. And really the reason for that is, you know, if you're really serious about buying this car or really shopping for this vehicle, that's probably one of the things that you might be interested in, is really how is the Edge? How does the Edge look like at night? How does it present itself? So on and so forth. So let's dig right in and take a look right now. Starting with the daytime running lamps. So these are signature daytime running lamps, otherwise known as DRLs. Here they are. And they are quite attractive on the Edge. They have this horizontal element to them starting right here next to the grille, running across the top end of the headlamp cluster before taking a rather sharp downward turn and then running towards the bottom of the headlamp cluster itself. Right at the edge of the headlamp cluster, so behind the signature daytime running lamp, what Ford has done is they've implemented kind of a 1-2 punch. There's a reflector right here as well as an amber indicator that you can see from the side of the vehicle right here. So this is the passenger side, and then I will show you the driver's side right there. So quite an attractive daytime running lamp. And let's now take a look at the turn signal. Here it is. So this is an amber turn signal, and if you look just kind of closely enough, you might be able to see a resemblance to a C when you combine the turn signal with the daytime running lamp. So the shape of both of these kind of forms a C, and that's, I don't know if that's by design or if that was an accident, but it is reminiscent of Ford's signature C-clamp design element, and that appears across various Ford models, primarily Ford trucks like the Maverick, like the new Ranger, and the F-Series, including the F-150 and the F-Series Super Duty. So that's the turn signal indicator. Let's now take a look at how the daytime running lamps transition to actual headlamps. So these are the full-on headlamps. As you can see, they are illuminated by this projector right there. There are two of them. This is the actual headlamp, the primary headlamp projector, and then there's one inside of it right here, which is for the brights, otherwise known as the high beams. So let me show you how this looks right here. This is simply at night right here. So you basically can see how just, you know, pitch black it is out here. And the Edge does provide a healthy amount of forward illumination from its regular forward headlights. So now if we were to enable the high beams, what you'll see is quite a bit more light right here, and it's really a healthy amount of light, I should say. It's, having driven this vehicle now for a week, and I did drive two more over the last few years, the headlamps certainly do their job really well. So this is the primary headlamp right here, and then right inside of it is the actual the high beam projector. So again, I'll kind of show you how that looks real quick. So we'll just let it go. These are the regular and high beams. Regular, high beams. Quite a bit of light from these lights. And then ultimately, there's also a set of fog lamps on this Edge ST. There they are. And that does present, first and foremost, it presents quite a mean looking front fascia at night. So with the actual daytime running lamps enabled, followed by a set of obviously the forward headlamps, and then these fog lights, the Edge does look quite mean at night. And let's take a look at those fog lamps right here. So the fog lamps, they're right there. Let's see if I can focus on them a bit more. And they certainly do their job. If we take a look at how the light pattern is presented, that's without the fog lamps, with the fog lamps. Back up a bit. Without the fog lamps and with the fog lamps. So there's that. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the side, and then we'll make our way over to the rear. So at the side, I already mentioned that there is this reflector as well as the amber indicator, the amber marker light rather, right here, integrated into the top end portion of the headlamp cluster itself. And then the side mirrors, the wing mirrors, they also have an amber turn signal indicator. It's quite attractive. I like these 3 dots along with kind of this 4th one right here at the end. Let me give you an overview of how this looks from the side. There it is. So as you can see, there's quite a bit going on here as far as the wraparound headlamp feature and then the wraparound tail lamp feature as well. So here is the tail lamp. It does have a very attractive signature, just like the headlamp. The tail lamp has, I'd say, one of the best signatures in the business. It really is a large tail lamp. Just for context, here's my hand and here's the tail lamp. It's huge. It does span, so this part is where the trunk, or rather the lift gate begins. This is part of the rear quarter panel here. So you do have this very nice kind of horizontal line, goes vertical for a bit and then back out horizontal and flips up. Or if you start here, it starts here vertically, flips down, runs horizontally, flips up, and then runs back horizontally. So quite attractive from just a signature lighting standpoint. As far as taillights are concerned, it is quite an attractive setup. Let's now take a look at the brakes. So whenever the brake pedal is applied, what we get here is the illumination of this element right here. So that's between these 2 elements that are otherwise illuminated without the brake pedal being applied. So it's right there. It does have a little bit of a kind of a diamond shaped pattern to it as well. And then what we also see is the CHMSL, the center high mounted stop lamp, right there being illuminated as well. All right, let's take a look now at how it looks with the reverse lights on and the brake lights. So here we have the signature light. We still have the brake light, the brake indicator, and this now illuminates white. It's a very bright light, I gotta say. I'm being kind of blinded here, but it looks very good. And this is the reverse light. So there it is, right there. And ultimately, let's take a look at the turn signal indicator. So the turn signal indicator is positioned up here within the top end of the tail lamp cluster that is integrated into the actual rear quarter panel. This, I believe, actually it does seem to illuminate part of this this piece, but I believe this is part of the reflector. It actually doesn't seem to do anything. I think this is the actual light, and this ends up being one of the reflectors, although there is also a set of reflectors down here in the lower fascia. So this one I have not yet seen illuminate at all. But that's the turn signal, and we can take a look at the other one. Here's the passenger side turn signal indicator. There it is. And you can see that it's coordinated really well with the turn signal indicator on the mirror. And if I bet that if we looked at the front at the same time, it would all be well coordinated between the tail lamp turn signal indicator, the mirror turn signal indicator, and then the headlamp turn signal indicator. One other thing to note, besides the fact that our test unit is quite dirty, is that these license plate lights are present and accounted for. They do look like they are incandescent though. It does not look like these are LEDs. So that's an interesting design choice, although a common one. Many automakers have kind of done all kinds of LED lighting in the headlights, in the tail lamps, in the mirrors, and then when it comes to illuminating the actual license plate, they've kind of resorted to incandescent lights, which typically tend to be less expensive to bring to market. And so there you have it. This is the Ford Edge, in this case the 2021, and this is how it looks at night.